Let's locate point from the graph paper. So this is the point A, B, C, D, and so many points are given. Well, this letter is a little bit away from the dot. Our focus should be on the point, not the letter. So this is the dot we are referring. We are leveling. We have a level or we don't have a level, but this is the point we have to look into. So well, how do you know this point is going to be? So this is going to be some number. So x first, which is 7, and y is 10. What are the signs going to be? So that is what we have to be very careful actually. For the sign, we go with the right and up. So from the origin to the right and up, the sign is positive. So to the right side is positive, to the up is positive. So that's always true. So we have positive and positive. So we know this is x and we know this is y. So we always go first with x. So let's take a look under the point. Under the point, what are these here? So under the point, this is 7. So this is what we have to look first. And also we look to the y-axis. So based on the information we have, a, we can put a equal to, or a open parentheses 7 comma y is 10 close parentheses. So this is the point we are looking for. X is 7 and y is 10. Now we have something on the bottom here on the line, right in the line. So what is this here? This is, well, we go always x first. So we have to be careful. X first. So x in this case is positive. So that's positive 5 comma. We have to be very careful. So y is basically this line up and down. Y can go up, y can go down. So while y is not moving anywhere, so it's basically y is in the center, which is 0. So you have to put down 0 here. So that is how we find this is called x-intercept. This is called x-intercept. Now if we look into this one down here, we can go any way we want. Like look at z. So this z, well, this is in y-intercept. So it's going up. So again, if it goes up, we are going to look for something positive sign. So z, well, let's take a look. We have something here. So the y in this case is 2. So remember, y is the second one. Now what is the first one? X. X, we are not going to the right, we are not going to the left. So x is the origin, so that would be equal to 0. So that's a 0. That's the origin. So again, that is x is just right here, and of course y is just right here. So we have 0 comma 2. Now we have one more piece of information, which is from the origin to the left and down, the sign is negative. From the origin to the left and to the down, sign is negative. So let's take a look here. We have more. So this one is C. Let's take a look on C. So for C, we would like to actually take a look. So it's going to go right under the X here and also just down here. So what we have for C is 1 to the right, comma, and 7, which is a negative 7, is going down. Remember, we are clear here because this, it's already labeled negative, positive, so we are fine. But if it's not labeled, we have to assume this is going to, anything coming down is negative, anything to the left is negative, anything to the right is positive, anything to the up is positive from the center. So we have found that. Now let's finish up the H. So how do we find the H? H is going to be, by now you know what is H. H, we go X first. So X is going to be just coming down. X is just from the center down. So that's a 0. That's a 0, comma. And Y is giving negative 4. So negative 4. Y is negative 4. So that's how we find the point. It's very important when you graph by plotting, we have to understand how to find the point first. Then we can plot it. Now, we are not plotting here. We're just locating the point. So we have done all this. Now we're going to go to the left here. So left on this letter D, the point location. So this letter D, again X first, so under the 4, and if you go down to the 3, just this is the point. So how can we come up with the point? So D is going to be negative 4 comma negative 3, which is something is very important. All positive, all negative. First quadrant all positive, third quadrant all negative, and second quadrant we know X goes to left, so negative positive, and this is going to be opposite, positive negative. So this is how we can also plot the point. Okay, so how about this one? By now you know what is this one would be. So this one, let me ask you, is this that 0 comma negative 9? No, it should be negative 9 comma 0. Y is not going up and down, so it's not this one, it's that. And we go finally the F. So what is the F? F is the intersection, so we go F under the point X we look into. So negative 3, so we can right away put down negative 3 comma Y, we go to the 8 to the right. Y is 8 to the right. We have to be very careful. If this point is not located, we can locate it, we can label it. Each grid is usually 1. Sometimes there is a grid highlighted as a 1 labeled it, so we have to be careful. We just look into that label. We have to be very careful. If label is given, we go to the label. If label is not given, each grid we count it as 1, or we just label it any way we want.